welcome back to the NAS Metal Productions channel here at YouTube. Welcome to, oh shit, wow, the first album of the week episode in quite a long time here. Of course, bringing it back, of course, for Metaltober because of, well, this of course was the first time that I had even introduced the album of the week series, anyways. So it's just kind of fitting to bring it back for, of course, another year of Metaltober. So with that, what is, of course, today's spotlight then? It is none other than the debut from Witchfinder General, Death Penalty, which, of course, since this is all the nostalgic edition of Metaltober, which, of course, if you didn't catch the first video, it's basically me going back and pretty much listening to stuff that I was listening to a lot at 2008 to 2009. And for the most part, at least. And this was definitely one of those bands I was definitely was checking out at that time. So here I'm definitely doing a full detail of, or the whole full review, basically, of this album. And really, what can be said about Death Penalty? This is pretty much just a classic metal record. Of course, being released during that whole new wave or British heavy metal movement. Even though technically Witchfinder General sound isn't completely similar to like Diamond Head or Tigers of Pantang or even Raven or those kind of bands. Instead, it's more so back to kind of like the early to mid 70s kind of almost doomy kind of bands. Of course, Black Sabbath, mostly the Massive Reality album. Still, there is not a bad song on this album, really. Of course, starting off with Invisible Hate, just a killer track all the way through to Free Country. The title track is just, of course, great. No Stayer. Definitely one of the more 70s inspired tracks on here that definitely, though, would have not been out of place off of like either Sabotage or Sabbath Bloody Sabbath. Just has that kind of feel. And of course, we got the eponymous Witchfinder General, which, of course, if any of those who have ever bought that, was it the New Wave or British Heavy Metal 79 Revisited comp that was pretty much a collaboration of tracks contributed from either Lars Ulrich and Jeff Barton. That song was on there. Burning a Sinner, which of course was originally recorded for a 7-inch, is of course recorded on this album, and of course the last track, R.I.P. All killer tracks on this one, nothing bad. It's just has that great feel to it, production, everything. Which, of course, speaking of production, the producer on this album, of course, was Pete Hinton, who, of course, is best known for producing Saxon's Wheels of Steel and Strong Arm of the Law. And, of course, even produced Pictures, Heavy Metal, Diamond Dreamer, excuse me. I don't know if he did Heavy Metal Ears. Either way, it with his sort of production, it definitely gives it a much more beefier tone to it. It just has a great tone to the whole entire album. Just a great album from start to finish. Even, of course, when it comes to the vocals, the guy always kind of, which of course is Zeep Parks. And his vocals are definitely, though at times a little bit, at times similar to Ozzy, though he has his own sort of style that fits the whole entire style of the album. So with that, nothing really bad. Of course, I should also point out that their name, Witchfinder General, was definitely lifted off the movie, which of course starred Vincent Price. So with all that, this is just a classic record. There really isn't anything bad at all to say about it. And if there isn't anything bad, I can't really completely point out what it could be. But because it's just so damn good from start to finish, there's not even a weak spot. Even the sort of slower parts doesn't hurt the album. It's just a great rockin', sort of doomy album from these guys who were a part of the new wave of British heavy metal movement, or were just lumped within that movement. So with that, if you have never checked this album out, I definitely recommend checking this one out if you haven't. When it comes to obtaining it, I don't think it really isn't that hard to get a hold of, especially online. Especially if you look at sites like Amazon or Discogs or eBay. It's not a hard album to get a hold of. So with that, hope you enjoyed this Album of the Week episode. So until then, this is Heavy Thrasher Sam out. And I'll see you all again here real soon, because I'm here all month. So until then, take care everyone.